Hello, thank you for attending my poster presentation. I am Francisco Alvarez, and I will be talking a bit about my work title, Effects of Silver Nanoparticles Synthesized by RUMEX Hymenopepalus in a Diabetic Rat Model. Diabetes is a condition that affects 1 in 11 adults worldwide, where a partial or total deficiency of insulin primarily affects sugar metabolism, but it's also closely related to hyperlipidemia, which is characterized by elevated lipid levels in the blood, including cholesterol and triglycerides, potentially leading to other health issues. The objective of this work was to evaluate the hypolipidemia effect of silver nanoparticles synthesized with RUMEX Hymenopepalus in a Western rat model. The project has gone through several phases. The first phase was the synthesis and characterization of nanoparticles. The second phase was to evaluate their in vitro effect in the THP1 monocyte cell line, which has already been presented in a previous work and published in an article. Today, we will discuss the third phase, which was to evaluate the in vivo effect in a diabetic Western rat model. For this, the following groups were used: healthy and diabetic rats. The diabetic groups were treated with, and the healthy, with RUMEX Hymenopepalus extract, silver nanoparticles synthesized with the same extract of RUMEX Hymenopepalus, a commercially acquired nanoparticles 2, and insulin. Female Western rats weighing 150 grams were used in the kept under condition of 12 hours of light and darkness. To induce diabetes, streptozin was administered intraperitoneally, which directly affects pancreatic beta cells. Glucose levels were then recorded, and organisms with glucose levels above 300 were considered diabetics, after which daily treatments were administered. Blood glucose levels were monitored every 7 days, and in day 21, blood samples were collected to evaluate triglycerides and cholesterol concentration through biochemical tests. And results, the if-T graph of the red square region and their corresponding integrity if-T image shows an interplanar spacing of 2.1 and 2.3 angstrom. The crystalline nature of silver nanoparticles synthesized with RUMEX Hymenopepalus was evaluated by SET. The corresponding electron diffraction pattern is associated with the phase century cubic crystalline structure of silver. With Miller indices, according to the Joint Committee of Powder Diffraction Standard, is associated to silver 2. Transmission electron microscopy confirmed in a spherical morphology with a polydispersed size ranging from 5 to 26 nanometers with an average size of 11.2 nanometers. The size distribution with 500 counterparticles shows a characteristic peak of silver. The size and morphology of nanomaterials have been linked to toxicity they may present. In the blood cholesterol levels, we can observe that the diabetic organisms treated with RUMEX extract show a significant differences compared to untreated diabetic group. Similarly, those treated with nanoparticles synthesized by RUMEX show a reduction compared to untreated diabetic group. And the other graphics in the triglyceride levels, a significant decrease is seen in diabetic organisms treated with RUMEX Hymenopepalus extract and nanoparticles compared to untreated diabetics, and those traced with commercial nanoparticles. It is important to note the nanoparticles is an organometallic composite where it was observed the organic metal represents less than 50%, but has the same effect on triglycerides as RUMEX, which was administered at double the dose. Conclusion is that nanoparticles synthesized with RUMEX Hymenopepalus extract, as well as the extract itself, had an effect on reduction cholesterol and triglycerides compared to diabetic group models levels. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to answer any question you may have.